Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. We got a pretty good game here going. 1980 KC at Oakland. It's Gale versus Langford, and we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Tony Armas, Wayne Gross, and Mike Davis. Now let's do this. We're playing Fall Classic Baseball. I'm going to read the black first, so that's a 1-5. It's a 15. We look at the batter. A 15 is a swing and a miss, and Armas strikes out. Next is Wayne Gross. Here's a pitch from Gale with a 56. That's a blank, and we look at 56. He sees stuff, by the way, and gets Gross on a curveball. 2 back-to-back Ks, 2 outs. And Mike Davis with a 21, and that's strike 3, so he strikes out the side. Rich Gale. No runs, no hits, none left. And we move to the top of the 5th inning. It's Clint Hurdle, Jamie Quirk, and Rance Mullenix against Rink Langford, who's in A today. Got his best stuff, but that's a 66, and that's a deep drive to right field. Back goes Armas to the track, to the wall, and that's out of here. Home run. Score now is 2-1. 2-1 Royals here in the 5th inning. And that's picks up an RBI for Clint Hurdle. Next up is Jamie Quirk. All right, and that's a 46 and an 8. That's going to be a ballpark, no ballpark home run. But we are at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, so he is a lefty, Jamie Quirk, and that's going to be a foul out to the third base side. And that is Gross with enough room, makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 5th. All right. Next up is Rance Mullenix. He's a lefty. He lined out to center in his first at bat today with a 36. That's a blank, and the 36 is an out. It's a fly ball to right. The 9 says that's a fly ball to right. Over his Armas, makes the catch. Here's the top of the order. Starting off with Willie Wilson, and Wilson's 2 for 2 with a double and a single and a run scored. At 22 is going to be line base hit. Center field played on a hop by the center fielder Murphy. And Wilson with a plus sign there is going to head off. He's going. And the throw down from Newman, not in time. It could be a wild throw. We got to roll again. And nope, it's not going to be a wild throw, but it is a stolen base. So it's a single and a stolen base for Willie Wilson. 2 outs. He stands at second base, and up comes UL Washington. Shortstop, that's switch hitters batting from the left side with 56. That's a blank. 56 will be a strikeout. Blows a fastball by Washington to retire the side. No run. 1 run on 2 hits. And it's 2-1. Royals. We're at the bottom of the 5th inning. Jeff Newman leading it off. Pitch from Gale with a 41. That should be a base on balls, and it is. So Newman walks. Dave McKay's up next. And here's a pitch. It's a 45 with a 4. Now this, let's see what this is going to be. Defense, Mullenix at second base. Probably not that great. He's not very good at all. So, but he has a W arm. So that 4 with runner on first is going to be a double play. But if he's has a weak arm, he's only going to get a force out at second base. So it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. McKay's on first. Next is Piccolo. Pitch, that's an 11. 11 will be an out. A 10 is a line out to left field. Standing right there is Wilson for out number 2. And now it's the top of the order. Henderson is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Here's a pitch to Henderson, a 44, and that is ripped to left, cut off by Wilson. And let's see how far McKay gets. He will stop at second base. So first and second with 2 outs. Next up is Dwayne Murphy, who's 1 for 2. He reached down an error, and he doubled. And that's going to be a 21, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. That was 2 left, And we move to the top of the 6th inning. Score is 2-1. 1980 Royals versus the 1980 Billy Ball A's. Basically got about 17 days left in the replay. Then we'll have all the stats. Stats are looking very close, very accurate, using Fall Classic Baseball. And here's Hal McRae, pitch from Langford with a 66, and a 1-6 is a home run, and that's a deep drive. Left center field, back goes Henderson. Right there is Murphy. They look up, and it's gone. 3-1 now. And Langford has a tendency to give up a lot of home runs, I'll tell you. And it just so happens that every time he pitches, I roll lots of 66s and 65s, which are the home run numbers. But he did have a lot of home runs. He did give up a bunch of home runs in 1980. Here's Willie Mays Aikens with a 56, and that will be a strikeout. So he strikes out Aikens. 1 out. Here's Darrell Porter, bats from the left side. And that's going to be line for a base hit single. Porter with a single on at first base. And here's Amos Otis, right-handed hitter, with a 52. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Is going to flip to second, back to first. Not in time, so it's 6-4, fielder's choice. So Otis is on at first. And here's Clint Hurdle. Hurdle today is 1 for 2 with a home run. And that's going to be a 61, which will be a strikeout to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mitchell Page leading it off with a 13, and that's an out. That's a fly ball. High fly to right. Under it is the right fielder, Clint Hurdle. Tony Armas up next. He steps in the box. He bats from the right side. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. And he bounces one to the third baseman. Quirk with the long throw and in time to get Armas. Wayne Gross up now. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And a 61 will be a swing and a miss as he goes down on strikes for the second time today. 3 up, 3 down. Go to top of the 7th. Jamie Quirk leading it off. He's 0 for 2. He lined out and fouled out. And a 52 with an 11. It's going to be a ground ball second base. Second baseman is McKay. And his error rating only goes up to, at second base, only goes up to 6. So he'll make that play for out number 1. Here's Rance Mullenix. Swings from the left side with a 56, and that will be a strikeout. Strikeout number 5 today for Langford. And with 2 outs, Willie Wilson. The pitch, and that's going to be a 54 chart call. Fly ball to left field. We're going to check that 12 against the left fielder, and Henderson holds on to it. 3 up, 3 down. Go to bottom of the 7th inning. Henderson's error rating is only a 6, and we rolled a 12, so there's no error there. Mike Davis leading off the bottom of the 7th. Gale can face 28. He still has not faced 27, so he's still in good shape. Oh, that's going to be a strikeout. Back to the bench heads Mike Davis with Newman up next, 25, and that'll be popped up third base in fair territory. And now it's Dave McKay with a 53, and that's going to be a range hit. It's going to be a range single to right, a ball that the right fielder Hurdle does not have the range to get to. He is an 11. We rolled an 18. It's beyond that. So it's going to be a single to right, 2 out single to right for McKay. And here is that will be a 43, and that's an out. Bounce to, he's a righty, bounce to, wait a second, an 11 on a 3. Yep, bounce to first. And he takes it himself. That is, Aikens steps on the bag. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Willie Wilson, no, he made the last out, so it's going to be UL Washington leading it off. He's 0 for 3 today. Both starting pitchers are still in the game. That's the great thing about playing these older seasons. Another 66. It's all seems that it's all eye roll, and this is going to be over the center fielder's head. Hits off the base of the wall. Washington, thinking about 3, stops halfway and goes back, dives in head first to second base with a leadoff double. Next up is Hal McRae. We're going to intentionally walk McRae. And here's Akins. Pitch to Akins with a 15. And that'll be just, whoa. It's a fly ball. A ground ball would have been an automatic double play. Too bad. All right, here's Darrell Porter. Here's a pitch from Langford, and that's going to be a 25, and that's an out. A 20 is going to be a line out to the third baseman. Oh, no double play. So it's L5, throw to first, not in time. So 2 out with runners on first and second, and here's should be Amos Otis now. Let's see what happened to Amos Otis. I think I know what I do. Okay. I put him in here. There he is. All right, Amos Otis against Rick Langford. 2 on, 2 out. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be a 42, which will be an out, a ground ball to third base. Throw to first by Gross in time, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 ball game. The Royals have 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. They have 2 home runs, 1 by Hurdle in the 5th and 1 by McRae in the 6th. Go to the top of the order in the 8th inning. It's going to be Ricky Henderson leading off. He's 2 for 3 today, and he's going to be 3 for 4 today. That's a single base hit, and he's going to run and the throw down in time, and they throw out Henderson. Always stealing regardless of the score. That's how I play it. It's Billy Ball. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And it's going to be a 2-6. So Henderson singles and then gets thrown out trying to steal. And here's Murphy with 1 out, a 31. That's going to be a ground ball and through for a base hit. That's 27, 28, 29. So that'll be it for Gale. Actually, you know what? Actually, he's pitching a shutout, so he's not going to be knocked out. He's still, until he gives up a run, he's still going to. And actually, he's gone 7, so he should be a B pitcher by this point. He should be a B pitcher. So Page is up with a runner on first. Pitch from Gale, and he is a 63. That's a blank and an out. A 6 could be a double play. The shortstop is UL Washington, and he is a weak arm. So, and that 6 is going to say runner on first is going to be a double play unless he has a weak arm. He does have a weak arm, so he does not get the double play. It's a fielder's choice. So 6-4, and on at first is Page. Page has good speed. He's a fast runner. Next is Tony Armas with 2 outs. Tony Armas with the power. He could tie this up with a 1 swing of the bat. 24 is a 1-2 hit by pitch, but this is going to be bounced to shortstop. Shortstop, Washington charges, fires on the run in time. So no runs. 2 hits. 1 left. And we go top of the 9th inning. Clint Hurdle leading it off. And a 42, and that will be a line drive to the first baseman, L3. Jamie Quirk, he's over 3 today, and a 5-3 with a 15. That's going to be a range check on the center fielder. Murphy is a 14, so that'll drop in for a single. Drops in front of Murphy. Got a good jump on it, but just could not get there. Here's Rance Mulliniks. There's a pitch, and that is a 64, which is a blank, and Langford will be an out. An 8 is popped up, shallow center, racing in is Murphy, and Murphy gets there for out number 2. Top of the 9th, it's 3-1. Kansas City. And here's a pitch to Wilson with a 53 as a range play. That's going to be another range hit. This infield single. So runners on first and second, a grounder in the hole that with Wilson's speed, nobody's going to get a throw off to be able to get him, so he holds on to the ball. Good decision by Rob Piccolo. So first and second, 2 outs, and here's UL Washington, the pitch. And that's a 62. A 62 will be a Ball hit right back to the mound, picked up by Langford, and he throws out Washington. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We're at the bottom of the ninth. 3-1. Royals. Wayne Gross against Rich Gales. We got basically a shutout since the first inning, and it was an unearned run. So that did not count against them. That's going to be a range, a 4 range. He's an A pitcher right now, and that will be a ball that, let's see, who will get to that? The center fielder must get to that. That 4 is very low. Center fielder is Amos Otis, and he does get to that because he's a 10. He runs it down. A drive, right center field off Gross, and Otis read it well off the bat. Here's Mike Davis, 32. That's a blank, and a 32 is an out. That's bounced to short. Oh no, he's a lefty. That is bounced to first, and it's flipped to the pitcher. 3-1. And the A's are down to their last out here in the bottom of the ninth. It's 3-1 KC. Jeff Newman, who's over 2 and a walk, and that's going to be a 52 with a 20, and that will be a ground ball to third, picked up by Quirk. Throw to first in time. Ball game over. And Quirk, we're double checking. Yeah, he had a 13 error, but we were over 20, so there's not going to be an error on that. So that is the ball game. No runs, no hits, and the final score is Kansas City 3, the A's 1. Hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits allowed by Langford. And Gale allowed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. And no runs there allowed, or no errors committed by the Athletics. 1 error committed by the Royals, an error on Willie Mays Aikens in the first inning, which allowed that run to score. It allowed Henderson to make it all the way to third base. And then he scored on a ground ball. So we're going to count that as an error, as a unearned run. And that's about it. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Fall Classic.